on 1 second, because I didn't look at the pic. Hold on. Okay. So I usually do not go live on YouTube, but I'm sick of Facebook and their BS. They have me on 21-day restriction. Like, yep, and it's just a sign to, move on. But I'm taking my medicine right now. I didn't take it before I went live. So, I learned this yesterday. This is the same as 3 aspirins, glass of wine, and dark chocolate. So, then I got that out the way. Okay, so we have 3 piles. If you see in the main picture, pile 1 was the mojito. Pile 2 was the medalla. And pile 3 was the glass of Merlot wine. Okay? So, you should always choose your pile before you listen, right? So pile 1 with the mojito, it is the white feather. Pile 2, which is the bear, the medalla is the brown feather. And the third pile is the red wine, is the black feather. Okay? So we're going to start off with pile 1. 206. I didn't bring anything the right way. 206. Okay, so I'm going to lay these out. What does pile 1 need to make effective change? Wow. Okay. Okay. Mm. Mhm. Oh. Okay, pile 1. Whoa. Oh, yep. Okay. It's very, very clear, pile 1. If you didn't pick your pile, look at the picture for the video. or look at my post on Facebook and make sure you pick your pile first. We're on pile 1. So, whether you are a masculine energy or whether you're a feminine energy, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're non-binary, it does not matter. There is a tower moment that has happened, and there is someone who has looked at this tower moment with emotional maturity. It did not rattle them. It did not, it looks like it didn't even surprise them. It's like they saw it coming, and that's why when everything was rocky, they were able to remain emotionally sound, whether that's you or whether that's someone from your past. That's going to be different for everybody because this is, a general reading. From that tower moment, it's important to make your plan and to walk your plan towards your blessings. There are energies who do not want to see you succeed. So if you have a plan, it's easier to navigate those energies than to, not have a plan. Those energies come in, and then those energies thwart your progress, right? Because when you have a groundwork, okay, remind me to tell you about the upside down 3 of Swords. When you have the groundwork laid, if something happens, then it's easier to restructure, to replan, to, go around it. This is going to take reflection. You need a time of reflecting in order to make major change in your life. You have to take that time because that reflection is going to allow you to make a strong foundation for the future. Your reflection should consist of thinking about past happenstances, happy times, indifferent times, sullen times, tragic times, your stake in it, and make sure not to, when you reflect, not to be negative or one-sided. Try to be as objective as God, right? That's one hell of a task, right? Try not to blame others. Try not to name call. It's difficult because a lot of these lessons hit us, right, where it hurts. And, but our spirit team for Pile 1 is challenging us to make sure that we're reflecting correctly. I have a lot of clients who are still finger pointing and blaming, and therefore they got 3 fingers pointing back at them, right? And I caught myself the other day doing the same thing, and I had to catch myself. And Spirit gave me an instant reminder, right? Because there's hidden blessings that you are missing, hidden blessings and jewels within the lessons that you have unprocessed. And with unprocessed lessons, you can't elevate to the next level. Even if you elevate to the next level, it won't be as good, it won't be sustained because you're not at the space to enjoy it and to have the energy to keep it, right? It's really important that during or after this reflection period, that you walk away from things that don't serve you. People, family, jobs, friends, romantic lovers, situations, geographical locations. That's the importance of that reflection, to see what does serve you, what is a part of your highest good, what is a part of your blessings. And then when you walk away from that energy stagnating you, because everything is energy. Everything is energy. So walk away from the energy that stagnates you. It will be freeing, and you will be walking into your blessings. These high vibrational health, high vibrational finances and job opportunities, work opportunities, business opportunities, high vibrational energy in general. in which everything that you touch can turn to gold because you're in that state. Um, you also need to get advice from somebody who's knowledgeable, experienced, fear-minded, and unemotional about your path. So if you go to a sister that you love and you trust, a cousin, a best friend, a lover, a parent, whomever, former teacher, they're not objective because they love you or they pretend they love you, right? Either or is not the best place for advice. The best place for advice is people who do care about you, do care about your well-being and your path, but they have the objective knowledge base. So whether this is a lawyer, a spiritualist like myself, a traditional counselor, a life coach, a career counselor, whatever the case may be, because for everybody's going to be different, what area of life they need that advisement in. This is going to lead way to your transformation. I haven't shown any cards yet, but I want to show the energy of this card. It's going to bring forth a high level, victorious transformation, a soul level transformation, because this is a part of your healing. You're calling in your healing. And when you do your reflections and you hear and see and remember and smell the past people, you have to do this with forgiveness and understanding, right? Everybody's not operating from their higher self at all points in time, self included. No one is. No one does it 100% of the time. You know, even Jesus had a moment when he went into the temple and got wrecked, okay? So you need to make sure that you do this with forgiveness and understanding of yourself, forgiveness and understanding of others, because this is a part of your sacred plan. If you notice how the light enveloping her looks like a path, right? And so I usually say the word path, your sacred path, your destined path, right? Your divine path. This is the way to get on or further along in your divine path. So your sacred plan. Right? Now, you guys have not made the decision to reflect. You guys have not made the decision to tap into your blessings. You guys have not made the decision to walk away from honest, or I should say dishonest associations, and a choice needs to be made, right? Because with that choice, you're going to come out of your shadow, right? Your shadow is your lower self, it's your ego, it is the unhealed parts of you. You're going to be able to reverse that. And right now, you're not in your power. And so you need to do this to get in your power. You're not organized and strategized. You could be the most renowned type A person and can, get a project going because you're so organized and orderly. But when it comes to the spirituality and practicalities of your life, you're not organized. You're not using high vibrational, sacred, organized energies to bring that forth. And then for many of you, at the crux of this is love, right? This could be familial love, this could be platonic love, this can also be romantic love, or any combination of the three. Many of you are divine feminines and or desire to be with a divine feminine. So you have to do this work in order to be in your divine feminine energy. You have to do this work in order to attract a divine feminine energy. Because right now you're sipping from your own cup and it's boring. It's pretty boring. Look at how she's sipping from that cup and she's all alone, right? Whereas the Two of Cups, which represents unconditional, reciprocal, even killed love, there's two cups, right? And so this message is exceedingly important. The message about your healing, the message about forgiveness, the message about moving forward in that journey. And so you have to bring an end to the old stuff in order to start anew, right? So I'm a teacher by passion and trade, At the end of the school year, we don't leave our, even though we're coming back to the same classroom, we don't leave the classroom up, with everything still up. And no, we take everything down, we clean up, we put things in storage, right? We put all the books in the book closet, right? People return their books to their teachers. No more books underneath your bed or in your backpack. Return all books to the library, right? You have to have an ending, right? And you have to ritualize it. You have to formalize it. You have to clean the clutter, right? In your heart space and your mental space. And this is going to create the balance in which you need in order to partner up with other people and situations. So you need to think about the practical things that you need to do in order to make this happen. So everybody's going to be different. What I do to clean my classroom um, is going to be different than another teacher. If another teacher never used books or kept the books and only had in classroom use for the books, her books are already stored where I have to collect the books. I have to check them against the card in which I loaned them out. Is it the correct number? Rip up the card, place them in the pile, have someone put them in the closet, right? But the teacher who had the system where they only left it in the classroom and they're already in the closet, they don't have to do all that, right? So same for you all. Depending on what the practicalities that you have to do, this is what you need to do after you reflect. Reflect some more on the actions the practical steps that you need to take. Because otherwise, you're going to draw in more F-boy energy. This is the Knight of Wands, and this deck is the Knave of Staves. I'm about to say the Knight of Staves. The Knave of Wands. And and you look how hot and passionate he is and how enthralled she is. This is only temporary, right? And if you look at that flame in the back, that flame is eventually going to go out, right? So you need the security. This is what God has for you. This energy, right? God has this sturdy energy, this unbothered, this emotionally mature energy. This guy who can bring the passion and the sperm, right? And so you have to literally walk away from the energy that is making you call in this, right? You have to walk away from that energy because that energy is not going to do anything but cause more heartache and heartbreak. And then you're going to assume that love or goodness in your life is not for you. Now, earlier, this card fell and it came in the upright. So if you take your spirit team's advice, then this is going to go in the upright where you're getting over the heartbreak of the past. So it's up to you whether in the future you're going to have heartbreak or whether you're going to overcome it. Okay? I hope that helped. Oh, I got this over here. Sorry, problem one. Okay. So yeah, you got to make some medicines to help you heal from your heartache, right? You see how this hearth has all of these healing and protective properties being dried, right? And here you have the Three of Swords again, and this deck is the Three of Winter, no, Three of Air, right? So this is the same energy as this card. So your past hurts and pains are very significant for you, pile one. And so you have to make some healing remedies. Otherwise, you're going to naturally just put up your defenses. And if you put up your defenses, then you're going to, leave some of the bad out, but you're also going to leave some of the good out, right? And it's going to be difficult to have that power of discernment. So it's going to be very important that you heal. So your personal history needs to be delved into. Your personal history is the reflection that you're, going through. Whether it's reflection from your childhood, from your family life, from your parents, from your siblings, from your, extended family, to your platonic friendships and, all that, your lovers, right? The affirmation is, experiences from the past empower me. And this is what your spirit team is trying to tell you. You make this reflection process an empowerment process and not a woe is me, oh, look at what happened, oh, he did this, she did that, right? I am connected with powerful ancient wisdom. And it's coming up. You have everything within you that you need to do this process. I understand the origin of repetitive patterns and develop new paths to the divine. That's what you're reading is like this. You can't make this stuff up. This is what your spirit team is talking about. I understand the origin of repetitive patterns, and this is what we're talking about: getting you off that life's Ferris wheel, um, and moving you forward on your divine path as your sacred plan calls, right? And so, what many of you need to do is to help heal that inner child. What did I say? Start reflecting from, your family, from your childhood, right? And when you do your reflections, this is a helpful too, the rose quartz. The rose quartz is unconditional love. So you don't have to say, oh, I hate my father. Oh, I hate my mother. Oh, I hate my grandparents. Oh, this sibling ain't ish, right? Look at them from unconditional love. And because families have put a lot of trauma on us, and some of it very devastating, life-changing trauma, I'm not taking that lightly. But this baby is going to help you heal from that trauma. But if you just keep pointing fingers at people and see, okay, where did this person who hurt me, where did they get this this from? Why did they do this, right? Um, and that way you're looking at it from during this process you look at it from an understanding and forgiveness perspective, right? And then you got the white swan, which is the power of divine grace is within you. And I told you you had everything that you need in order to do this. And so, pile one, this is how you make effective change in your life. So I hope that this reading has blessed someone. And I hope that you take the advice of your spirit team, because they are never, ever wrong. Okay, give me a minute while I set up pile two. Hey, pile two, you were the bear, the medalla, and it's this brown baby right here. Hey, pile two, what do you need in order to make effective change in your life? Give me a minute. So your reading is all over the place, pile two. Pile one, I was able to jump right in, and as I'm putting the cards down, I'm understanding the message. And when I look back, the message is very, very clear. Um, it is not as clear here, and you got the Page of Swords twice, right? And so the Page of Swords is, cute, righteous, but just does not have the insights, the appropriate insights to be able to wield the truth and to use the truth and to battle with it. And I'm feeling really stuck. I'm feeling very unsure of what to do and how to address this. So this may be how some of you are feeling, people in pile two. Okay. I'm being drawn to go right into the center of your reading, which is the King of Cups. And the card says, a romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in cultural or creative endeavor. And right next to it, because it's an even number of cards, is divine timing, right? So if you are on your love mission, and everybody is, whether they admit it or not, whether they're in union or not, right? Because romantic love is a part of our path, vast majority of us. Remember that everything happens in divine timing, okay? And so while divine timing is at play, it's really important that we stay active and proactive during that time. I literally, I'm channeling your energy. How to either you, oh my God, this glass is cracked, or someone you're involved with, can have an immature energy, and you may even attract mates that are more immature than you, and this leaves you feeling some type of way, right? They start to act a certain way, and you're looking at them like, really? Are you serious? Right? But because you have your defenses up, because you're operating from your lower self, because you're operating from a space of you want to protect yourself, want to protect your heart because people hurt people, um, and therefore you keep the good out as well as the bad. And then when you attract someone, they're immature, they're beneath you because you haven't. I live in a life we need, right? Because you have not processed your past. You haven't processed why um, you are attracting these immature people, right? And so it's important for you to start partnering with the universe. Treat the universe as your counsel, right? Partner with them so that you can build a stronger foundation within yourself so that you're not in that wounded warrior energy. And this is going to lead you to your personal transformation because change in your life starts with you. It doesn't start with anybody else. This is also going to lead you to your prosperity, your material prosperity, your inner prosperity. Um, and you're just going to move forward. And you're going to have a sense of belonging. So if anybody in pile 2 does not have a sense of belonging, like where do I belong? Where is my space? You're going to find your soul tribe. Everything in your life is as you have designed, and that's all of us. Our lifestyles are a choice, and I'm not getting rid of or overlooking the power of family and social economics and politics and all that. Um, but you have to find a way through those things. It's really going to be important in order to obtain balance that you give back. Give back to children. Give back to people who were there for you as a child. It could be directly to people. It could be in their name. It could be with the understanding of their energy. Because you want to create this reciprocity in your life, because the whole earth is based upon reciprocity. You can't get food unless you give, right? If you want vegetables, you have to give to the earth. You have to give seeds. You have to give water. You have to plant in the right time of year and the climate. You know, the soil has to be right, right? And so you have to give in order to receive. You know, if you want meats, you have to go out and hunt, or you have to feed the animals, you know, before they become your food. If you go to the grocery store, you have to give, you know, some type of currency, right? Um, and so giving back is going to be really important to make an effective change in your life, because you're going to create this synergy around you to bring back that change, to receive back, right? When it comes to your passion, you need to go after your dreams, whether it's your passion for family, passion for romantic love, passion for work, um, whatever it is, programming, whatever it is, you need to um, I was getting drop everything, right? And I'm being cautious. The Capricorn in me was like, but I'm gonna honor that. You need to drop everything, and you need to go after your dreams, right? Because your dreams, children dare to dream, right? And this is actually under the 2 youth cards, right? And this is a youth card as well. In our childhood, we dare to dream, and a lot of times, somewhere in our childhood, we have dreamed of our actual purpose in this life. And some of us, because of life circumstances, do not go after those dreams. So those of you who are not living your dream, you need to go after your dreams. Um, and divine timing, honor it. Um, because Spirit wants you to get ready for the blessings, for the purpose that you have. And this is going to take healing. It's going to take time alone by yourself. Because when we're around other people, we can curtail, we can forget, we can put to the side, you know, what we're really going through. I am going to be opening my own school. And I have learned in education that morning time, when they come into the school, they should be silent. When they come into their homeroom, they should be silent. When they're eating breakfast, they should be silent. And then get them, because then you can see what's really happening with them. So if they're being bullied on the bus, or if their parents just had an argument and they feel shaken up, they're not going to be able to hide it. Because kids will hide that underneath, and adults too will hide that underneath jokes and watching television shows and, you know, talking about the latest, you know, controversy and stardom um, in the tabloids. And so when you spend time alone and it's quiet time and you're truly with your thoughts and you're going through, hey, stop, come here, and you're going through the healing process, right? This is what is going to bring forth change, effective change in your life. Because within that contemplation, within that healing, within that tapping into your wishes to make them come true, you're tapping into your inner wisdom, right? When we allow God to light our path and we listen to God's intuition, we listen to God through our intuition, we're tapping into our inner wisdom. And the card says, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take the appropriate action without delay. When you listen to God, there are no regrets, right? There's a lot of things happening in the spiritual realm that we do not know about. We don't know about the energetic shifts that are coming. So tapping into your inner wisdom, allowing God to lead you, puts you on game in terms of universal energies and understanding what's happening to people that may be impacting our path. This is going to give you like the golden ticket. Um, Especially people who are in business, this is really going to help you out. I never thought I would be doing spiritual work until I got the directive to. And when I got the directive, I went online immediately, right? So you don't know what's coming down the pike. I never thought that I would be doing spiritual work for other people. Never. I wasn't against it, I just didn't think it was my thing. So it's important that you stay abreast to energies that are happening and how the universe is setting you up for success. Because that's going to help you plan and it's going to help you walk your path towards your blessings. That's going to bring an end to the struggle and the hurt and the pain that you have experienced in the past and put you in a space where you can start contemplating the growth, right? How I got, this right now, how can I make this grow? And this is going to lead to your transformation. Some of you have to overcome some type of negative energy from your mother or a mother figure in your life, whether it's a mother-in-law, your actually biological mother, foster mother, grandmother, auntie, maybe your motherhood, right? This transformation is going to help you get through that. That has to be addressed. You have to shine God's light on this. I'm seeing so many synchronicities between this reading and pile one. If you did not see pile one, you might want to go back and take a look at it because it gives more specifics on the processes on how to do this. And this is going to be a choice, right? God gives us all free will. So you're either going to take the rose at the bachelor show or you're not, right? You're either going to give the rose or you're not. It's all about choices. There is, for pile two, there is financial blessings that are here for you. A lot of financial blessings. You have a lot of coins. You have two king of coins. You have the knight of coins. You have the seven of coins. So your effective change does involve planes going over. Does involve finances. A lot of finances. So you may want to save finances now, anywhere and everywhere that you can, in order to be ready for those financial blessings, right? Because those financial blessings, it does take investment, but it also takes a certain mindset, right? A lot of times if you go into corporations or businesses, let's just say a mom and pop shop, they're not trying to dole out $1 million to make $1,500,000, right? So with your energy, where you invest your energy, where you invest your finances, right, is going to be important. If you are a feminine energy, then you're going to elevate um, into your divinity. You are going to be um, an empress. And a masculine energy is going to be able to see your worth and be able to match you, whether you're in union or not. Doesn't mean that a new person is coming in. For people in union, it just means that your um, vibration in your relationship can elevate. For other people, it may be a new person coming in. Learn how to protect yourself. Learn how to protect your household. If you need insights on that, I'm definitely available for that. Because if you are a high vibrational person, negative energies want to come for you to knock you off kilter. Um, and they will use people to do that, right? So by you protecting your home, protecting yourself, protecting your family, your space, um, you're going to be able to flourish even better. Your inner high priestess is going to be able to flourish and understand things, understand um, the universal energies, even if no one tells you what the universal energies are, even if spirits don't whisper in your ear what the universal energies are, you're going to understand what they are. So you got the personal trainer card. So a lot of this is going to take exercise, right? And many of you are going to need someone to help you through these exercises. Um, I am available for that. If I'm not your style, find someone else um, who can help you through your spiritual journey of personal growth. Because it says personal trainer, right? And it says, is physical exercise as an important focus in your life? It is time to look at your ability to motivate yourself to take action and to improve your core strength. So even though we're not talking about physicalities, if the physicality applies to you, great. If the physicality does not apply to you, then we're really talking about building up your spiritual core, right? And all of these exercises on how to make effective change is a part of building up that spiritual core strength. Make a decision to increase your physical vitality and promote overall well-being. Learn to be accountable for your physical habits. So, substitute physical for spiritual, right? So many of you need education in order to know how to make this effective change actually happen, right? So you may want to hire a trainer. And on the back, the affirmation is, I am motivated to be fit. I enjoy developing core strength and promoting healthy habits. I recognize that the body-mind connection improves my life. Um, and so that perspective is going to be very important to make sure that you're successful. Because when you're not motivated to help yourself, if you don't have that internal drive, then you're not going to do the work. If you're not going to do the work, then you're not going to see benefits, and you're going to see yourself on this repetitive cycle, right? So you got to make sure that you have that motivation and you have that perspective. You are going to be in spiritual training, okay? Many of you may want to go out to your local botanica or a religious store, spiritual store, crystal store, and pick up opal. Opal will do very well for you. It also creates energy of joy. And that's what your affirmation is talking about. Putting joy in the spiritual journey. Putting joy into it while you're waiting for divine timing, right? Because people on their love journey, if you are not ready, or your mate is not ready, or both, and spirit needs to get one or both of you ready, and you have to wait on divine timing, you have to have a sense of joy during that time. Because if you lose that joy, if you lose that perspective, then you're like you're regressing, right? And you got the hawk card. Pay attention. A powerful message is being communicated to you now. Bloop, bloop. So, that is your reading pile 2. I hope that was a blessing to someone. If you should need any additional supports, I do have the information in the YouTube information box. Just check it out. If you know me on Facebook, you can send me a direct message. For personal readings, I do not schedule personal readings unless the payment has been sent. Because things happen, people have lives, or they forget, and then I've, catered my day around my appointments, and then they don't show up, and no payment has been sent, so therefore they can't even, it's just a hot mess. So, I am here, I am available for anyone who needs me. I also go live every day, Monday through Friday, on Facebook. And I give a free general message, and then I top it off with, if anybody has any questions, and that is by donation. So that is a budget-friendly way to get current energies and insights of what's going on with you, and anything that you need to know about in your life. And then my personal readings are by appointment, as I said, for a half hour. I have half-hour sessions and full-hour sessions. And I have a course, but I'm not offering it right now. But at the end of the video, I will talk about a new product that I have for anyone who is interested in one-on-one spirituality mentorship. Pile 3, you wore this black feather right here. To make effective change, pile 3, in your life, your change involves finances. Straight up, it can involve other things, but the overall energy right now is finances. That is central to the change that you need to make. People who chose pile 3, the red line. You definitely need to choose your path. You need to make sure that you are focused on your passion. Your passion is looking at, what type of work to do, program, business, job, whatever, that will give you joy, even if you didn't make any money. You would do it every day and be happy, even if you made no money from it, right? That is your passion. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to do it for free, because Spirit is saying you're not going to do it for free. But you have to tap into that energy. And you have to plan high vibrationally according to your higher self and not your lower self, right? So certain people get guidance based upon the person who's helping them plan and their stereotypes about that person, right? Whether it's, socioeconomic class, race, gender, geographic location of origin, whatever the case may be. So it's really up to you to partner with Spirit to go against, some of the messages that you have received about what your purpose is, right? And you need to decide what your purpose is, and you need to create a plan. And you need to give to that plan. You have to take practical steps. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to be a doctor, and then just watch doctor shows, right? If you're going to be a doctor, you're going to have to look at colleges. You're going to have to look at the requirements, right? Um, and then you have to, you have to apply, right? Um, because that's what's going to bring balance and making a passion a dream versus a reality. And you're going to start seeing things are going to start coming in quick. And people are going to, if it's a business, clients are going to come in. If it's, a job, commendations are going to be coming in. Offers for, promotions and special projects are going to come forth, right? Many of you need to get enlightened first. You need to tap into universal energy because your passion, your purpose is the contract, the promise that you made with God. So many times we come to earth and then we're living life and we forget. And so we have to become enlightened too. We have to tap into that energy of that third eye energy to uncover what it is. And so a lot of people want to plan according to what they know consciously, right? Got to go deeper, right? You need to enlighten yourself. You need to tap into universal energies and really see not only what your passion is, but what is your purpose. How are you going to institute your passion? So if you like to help people, there's doctors, there's political consultants, there's, teachers, right? Social workers, there's so many different ways to help people, right? And this is going to take courage because, like I said, it's not easy. You got to get that enlightenment about your purpose, and then you have to have the courage to go after it because your purpose may not even be something that has been created, right? If someone says, I always wanted to help people, I always wanted to be a nurse, that's pretty easy because that's been an industry that has been around for, eons. But the people who created Apple, they didn't have much to go on, right? This was pure tapping into their purpose and understanding. And so when it comes to something like that, that takes courage. And even if it is something like nursing that has been around for eons and there's plenty of information out there, because you may have invested, you may have a 401k at your company, you may have so much time invested and going somewhere else is going to mess up your pension, right? Overlooking those things is going to take courage for many of you in pile 3. And then you have to make that decision. And once you make that decision, you're going to have to start the learning process, right? Because for many of you in pile 3, this is going to be something new. Even if it's in the same industry that you're currently in, the level or the direction that you're going in is going to be so different that I shouldn't say so different, it's going to be different enough that you're going to have a learning curve, right? And so this is going to take time alone. Finding a mentor will help you, a mentor in that industry, a mentor that understands you and your mission. And separate yourself from society so that you're feeding yourself with high vibration and you commit to this process because this is a part of spiritual growth. Tapping into your passion and your purpose is a part of, spirituality. Also, and then when you're alone and you're allowing God to light your path, using prayer, using meditation, lighting candles, taking spiritual baths, to keep your energy pure and clean and high vibrational so that you can live up to the task. Because right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. right now, you are not where you are supposed to be financially. I don't care if you're a millionaire. If God says that's not where you're supposed to be financially, that's not where you're supposed to be financially. You got more coming, boo. Don't keep doing what you're doing to keep you in the spot that you're in. We have more for you. And so many of you are going to have to reach out to others for assistance. And it's crazy because this is the pile that I chose. And I've been meeting people left and right? Divine timing. That was in pile 2. But Spirit will, once you do a certain amount of work, Spirit will start putting the people before you that you need to know, right? Use other people for assistance in order to help you level up. And you're going to be able to receive um, information, news, commendations, um, about what it is that you want to do. You're going to receive the resources, and you're going to be able to level up and get to the next step. And this is going to be really a part of building financial security for you and the generations to come. You're going to be honoring, what you came to this earth to do, and your family is going to benefit. This is going to take strength and guidance, right? And so you have 2 cards that talks about strength and courage, right? Do not negate that, because our shadow our higher self connects to the information, and then as soon as we step back from the inspiration, the shadow will be like, womp, womp, that's so hard. Oh, why can't somebody just knock on my door like they're the clearinghouse sweepstakes people and just give me the check or the paperwork or whatever I need? The lower self, the shadow, will talk you out of it, so you have to tap into that strength and that courage in order to, guide yourself through that. Because the shadow is going to cause confusion. People are going to cause confusion. Circumstances are going to cause confusion. And so you have to have people and things in place so that when that confusion comes in, you have a way to clear it and to have clarity of mind and purpose. This is really talking about a leap of faith. You just have to do it. You have to jump into it. Many of us are stuck in this emotional cloudiness, because look at how leap of faith is right in between the same card, 7 of Cups. So we cannot underestimate the power of that emotional confusion. Manifesting is going to help you through that. That's the prayer, meditation, candle work, spiritual baths, oils. That's going to help you through the confusion. The choice that you make, if you plan according to what God has for you, is going to bring you financial independence. Period, point blank. But there has to be an investment, and people are actually watching to see what you do, whether it's family members, whether it's other businesses that are in your industry, or other employees or supervisors in your industry. They're going to be watching what you're doing. So your investment is going to be crucial, to your development, because you never know why people are watching, right? And this puts you in your fire. Ooh. This puts you in your fire. You're going to be on fire. This is going to put you in your power. Okay, so you guys got the composer card. So if you think about this process, you're really putting this personal symphony together. You are writing the music, the soundtrack to your life, right? And so it says, do you have, and this is a work of art. Some of you may work, in the artistic field, or there may be some creativity involved. Do you feel in harmony with your thoughts and the world around you? Allow music to help you remember why you are here on earth at this time. Use your imagination to fashion harmonious vibrations to bring joy and happiness into your life, right? So, and this is what we were talking about. Was that the last reading? I think it was the last reading. Just you're the architect, you're the composer, right? Um, and what this process is telling you to do is to build the harmonious vibrations that you need in order to make the effective change. So if during work you like to listen to music, or you haven't tried it yet, try it. And of course, be careful with the music that you play, because you want to make sure that it brings in the right vibration, that you need. And then you guys got pre-night, and this builds trust. This is trust of yourself. This is trust of your inner knowledge. This is trust in your strength. This is trust in the universe, right? You have to have trust in order to move forward. So you guys got 2 feather cards. The first one is Canary. Step forward now and sing your song. There's power in finding your voice. Composer, right? And then you guys got the Raven. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. Pay attention to birds around you, especially if they're blackbirds, especially if they're ravens. Pay attention to canaries too. People in the northeast, the birds will be coming soon, soon enough, and there's plenty of birds around as well. Because birds literally and figuratively, spiritually carry messages. It's easier for the ancestors to embody a bug or a bird. Notice any interactions with any life form, but especially birds. When it comes to your work passion, notice any synchronicities, right? As soon as you get this message, somebody at your job starts acting up, right? Or gives you a commendation, or whatever the case may be. Look out for dreams, look out for repeating numbers or colors or symbols, right? Those things are going to, be talking to you spiritually in order to lead you on the right path. Okay, Pile 3, that is it for me today. This is just over an hour. So I want to talk about the new package that I have. I have not promoted it as yet. I'm still packaging it up. I'm going to give you the overall, gist. Okay, so group settings are not really happening. So I'm going to be doing one-on-one personal spiritual mentoring. And it is a high ticket price, or package, I should say. It is definitely not a high ticket price, because once you see what you get, you'll see. And so this will include intake. We will be goal setting. We will be looking at you as a person spiritually and practically, the areas in your lives that you need supports with. What are your goals in those areas? Those, I will be taking notes. It will also have a reading attached to it to give us, direction and insight. And then you'll receive those notes via email after I finish compiling them. And those notes will be used on a regular basis in order to compare where you're at to what your goals are. And so every month you will receive a monthly outlook. What do you need, per your spirit team, what do you need to focus on for the month? And then you create plans of actions, and I go back and I ask your spirit team, is this plan of actions, does it suffice to, reach these goals? And they're going to say yes, they're going to say no, they're going to say yes, but, they're going to say no, but, they're going to say take this out, add this, right? And so then you have this plan of action that you're going to follow throughout the month. Then I give readings daily, Monday through Friday on Facebook. If I should not go live a particular day, you still have access to moi. And so the thing about spirituality is that energy shifts and change constantly. And so if we're not up on game about these shifts, then how can we plan and act accordingly? And so getting regular messages per your spirit team about, your path is significantly important. And so a part of your package, you would not have to pay the fee in order to get a reading. So whether you use all 5 days, whether you use 3 days, whether you use 2 days, one day, it is included in your package. Um, and and so that daily outlook, well, okay, our energy's shifting before the month is over, right? And if energies are shifting, you can change your plan of action accordingly, right? But most people will see that there is a connection between their monthly goals and those daily readings. And then once a week, we are going to meet to see how you're doing, to make any shifts and adjustments that's needed. And that will be at the end of your week, and that you determine what's the end of your week, right? The end of my, spiritual week is Sunday. That's when I do, my assessments of self growth and, energies and what's happening. Hey, cut it out. Um, and that way we prime you, to start off strong. But if you like work on the weekends, you're not available on Sunday, that's a family day, and you want to make it Monday or Wednesday, that's all on you. But your appointment will be set in stone. And in addition to that, um, there are all types of discounts if there's an emergency read, and this is for an entire year. So for $2,500, and I only have 3 slots, I'm only giving this to 3 people. Um, and so we're gonna, post that really soon, and solidify it. And so if you are interested or you know someone who could benefit from it, make sure to send them my way. Okay, people, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.